everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Orme, and today we are back playing some more Motorsport Manager with Predator. In the last few videos, we've been oh so close to those podiums, and the last lap really has been where we failed. The last 3 or 4 corners, you know, I'm pushing the cars to make them competitive because we're just not able to really sort of compete without doing that. So I'm running on rich fuel mix quite a lot. I'm pushing the car to the absolute limit. We're running out of fuel now and again. We're double stacking in the pits for a couple of seconds. There's a lot of mismanagement in terms of strategy, but I'm really trying to push these cars to the absolute brink of collapse, because that's the only way I think we can really compete. If I held off, maybe we finish around 10th place anyway, but I'm hoping as the car gets better and as I make a little bit better decisions as we move along, a little bit sort of more sensibility and logic, less mistakes, everything will balance out right. So at the moment I'm not sure, but looking at some of the comments that I've had on Twitter and a couple of messages, discussions with other people, really when you look at the car, the suspension is decent. So is the gearbox. I mean, if we train those up, the gearboxes could be around where the suspension is right now. So that's quite important to note. And so is the brakes. So do we need to design a part right now to race? And the answer is no. I think the answer there is no. So it doesn't matter if it's a risky part if we're only developing it for next season. Now, I'm not too comfortable with spending all our money. So, looking at things, if we don't care about max too much and we just go for deceleration, these brakes could come in useful. They could come in useful. And then we roll in with this one and we actually put ourselves in a good position. So, few comments have said brakes would be a decent place to go next. I'm going to go with that. I think that makes sense to me. We'll get the brakes in play and we'll actually be able to use it for the next race, which is Munich, which, you know, acceleration, deceleration and suspension are all crucial. So it didn't really matter which one we did from that point of view. So, you know, we're going to see how things go. Brakes aren't too useful over the course of the season, but it's probably the best one for right now. Again, we're going to go in with Wang Chai. We're going to go into 9th or above. They're happy with the parts they've got. They're more reliable, but they're the same cars they've been racing with the last couple of races. Low speed corners and the top speed are crucial. So the engine is going to take a bit more of a strain. You can see there, parts will take an extra strain in a race. People ask me kind of where I saw that. It was a tip on the save screen, but you can see here as well. It does tell you that these parts are the ones that will take the strain. So make sure that those parts are good reliability. So with that in mind, let's have a look here. And you can kind of see, okay, the engine 9188, that's pretty decent. 86 is there for the front wing. Not great, but it's good enough. You know, it is good enough. So with that in mind, let's get rid of the rear wings and see if we can get anything here through practice and whatnot. Let's see if we can get a little bit more reliability on them. I'm not sure that will actually do anything, but it's worth a go. So we're heading here to Ardennes, the Belgium Grand Prix, 5th race of the season. 10 races in the season, so this is the beginning of the halfway point, and I think we find ourselves in a surprisingly good position. With a good set of results here, I feel we can move up and be challenging for 4th or 3rd in terms of team standing. So I'm pretty happy with that, guys. I'm really happy with that, in fact. So let's hope that this sort of this next race will go quite well. We'll take a look here. You can see top speed and oops, that's not what I'm looking at. Top speed and understeer. Top speed and understeer. So I think I'm going to start with a couple of clicks in either of those. I think we're going to go with 63s to begin with. Make sure they're both on the super soft tires. And there we go. So that should be a decent starting point, I feel. And yeah, let's just see how this works out then. So I'll come back to you with a little bit of update after each of these stints, and we will see where we run. So gonna send you out, and gonna send you out, and overtake attack, because no, high attack. Yeah, high attack. We want to make sure that these cars are going pretty fast. We're pushing the car not to the limits. This is only a practice. Let's not make sure that the parts fail or anything. But we're going to get ourselves in a good position, get out of the pits, get straight back in. It looks like a lot of people are going out here straight away. So Valdez, I think, is the first guy out on track. You can see him going there. And I'm not sure who's just ahead. Maybe Sabato, was it? Just ahead of Rodriguez. And that'll put us in decent position as we move along. So pretty much all I do is bring them straight back in, because low engine modes now. I don't care about the tyres. We're not saving the tyres for anything whatsoever. These are just practice tyres. But I want to find out as quick as possible about the feedback. So okay, good, okay. Okay, excellent, good. So we found Crew's sweet spot on the handling by basically leaving it alone, which is quite nice. So okay, good, okay. So I'm wondering, do we need to go even more here? And I'm probably thinking of let's go to about 7 then. 37s on the wings. I think that's a decent jump there. The good on the handling. I think that's fine. I think that's a big enough jump there. I'm happy with that. Again, we're going to go on the same tyres because it's exactly the same. I'm just going to send out and bring right back in. So, with that in mind, let's have a look at Cruz and what sort of we felt was the way to go. So he doesn't want low downforce. Oh, this is... like, I kind of threw that up there, so... I don't know. Let's just do about the same then. Let's do about the same. So that handling, probably there. And let's make sure that we don't lose anything on that handling. So, I mean, that's not the best of setups, sadly, but you know, the handling does kind of limit us where we can go. So let's see then what Rodriguez is going. Low attack. Low attack. Let's just try and make sure that we're not hurting our parts. That's something else I've thought about. Maybe we are hurting our parts by pushing too often in practice. So bring them in on the tail end of their laps. See, we're yet to set a time, but it looks like this is pretty crazy downforce is off, and we went the wrong way with it. That's fine. It's kind of what we thought, but look at that. Rodriguez, great, excellent. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So you can see there, okay, down to poor. So we need to make that similar kind of jump up the other way. Now we went down, what, 1.3s? I believe it was. So if you go up to 26.3 and 16.3 then, that should be fine. And then, I mean, this is like craziness right now, trying to get this where I want it. So yeah, I mean, Rodriguez is just going to run with that and see where we come out. So 3 laps, that's going to be about 6 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. New tires. Let's get Rodriguez out on it. Cruz comes in. Very poor, excellent, good. So not as definitive a setup, but again, we definitely know then that he wants a higher downforce. So both of those are good. So I think I want to go in between those two. I think I want to go to the D, and I want to go in between these two, in between the N and the C. So I think maybe I want that. And maybe I want that. I mean, that might be a good setup. That might be a good setup. So let's just run in with it and see where he finishes up as well. We got 7 minutes left in the session, and that's probably only going to get us level 2 stuff, sadly. Low attack. See where we're going. Just let them run with it until we get some feedback. If we need to make changes, we will. I really don't think we can get level 3s on these, so that's going to be a bit of a shame if that is the case. So we've nailed the aero setup, that's fine. Overtake mode for you, overtake mode for you. Make sure they get one real flying lap out of this, so we can see what we're doing. We are catching there. I think that's Dembele. We move around. That's quite decent. And that's going to be the only hold up on this entire thing as we cross the line here with Rodriguez. And we cross the line there with Cruz. So decent 8th and 11th seems to be kind of where we are. That's going to get us level 2. We definitely can't get level 3. So I'm bringing in both cars just to see what the setups actually are like right now. And then we can make a final tweak before we go to the race and figure out what that was like. So great, great, excellent. I knew that we'd be close with Rodriguez. That's kind of how good I'm sort of getting when I figure out a few things. So I'm happy there. So that's great, and that's great. You know what? I'm happy as it is. Just go out and run that last minute as you will. So Low and back up. Excellent, excellent, great. I mean, there's no point in changing anything. There's really no point in changing anything here, except we've got 2 excellents, and yet we're still only a 96. So I'm wondering, if we do that, and then we see, I think we need to go a little bit more. So let's go 0.9s then. 16 and 26.9. Let's jump a little bit down to higher downforce and see if that optimum balance goes up or down, because we kind of need to make sure we don't lose these 2 excellents. I think that's about as good as we could get it. Back on these tires, and let's just see what kind of feedback, if any, we can get. Low and back up. We're going to bring in. We'll just see what that comes out then. At the end of this, we'll figure out exactly what we can do. For our 1 flying lap, we're about 1.5 seconds down on the leaders, which should be quite an interesting proposition. So there we go. We didn't quite make it back into the pits to get feedback there, but happy enough with that. Think we did okay. So did better than expected. Yeah, we did okay. So 9th or above in the race will put us in good position. Once again, that's all we need to make a profit, so I'm very happy there. Super soft tires wear more quickly. I mean, I'm not sure about that. Do we take that now? Sacrifice the performance to make sure the tires last? I mean, I don't think the tires were supposed to wear out on this anyway, so yeah, I think we're okay there. So, okay, we're down to good. And we dropped off. Which means that it might be around the 5 or 6 mark. So if we throw ourselves in with that, then I think that's a great balance there for Cruz to get. 13 laps. We'll bring in Cruz first. He seems to have good early pace. So bring him in with 5. Yeah, we'll send him up with 5. And then I can do 5 and 4 if we're not pushing the car. Happy enough with that. And I really don't want to change anything with Rodriguez. I think we're in a good position. We're going to keep him out if we can. So, that's going to be interesting then. Let's see what we can do then. Off the line, we're here at Ardennes in Belgium. Round 5 of the ERS. Cruz is sitting in 7th, Rodriguez in 12th. Get my view set up if I can, and out. Let's go! Not the best of starts from both of the drivers, sadly. Looks like Cruz is going to make up a position, though, on Nick Chu, getting up into 6th, but around the outside will be Marchetta trying to make a little bit of a move. And Marchetta's flying up the order there. So 7th and 13th, 8th and 13th, 7th again. So, I really think push is going to be the best here, and I think we do need to watch our fuel, because we're going to win this race in terms of strategy rather than anything else. Or not win the race, but we're going to have the best day we can have by dint of our strategy. Not the cars, not anything else, not luck. It's going to take a bit more of that. So Rodriguez is going to hold on to as much fuel as he can. Cruz is going to be pushing a little bit more. Although right now it looks like Rodriguez is probably going to be a bit better. So, yeah. I'm really worried about these tyres now, because it said that they don't wear out. But so far they're not lasting as much as I'd hoped. So we're sitting down then 11th and 13th. Looks like Jar and Beauchamp have both gone in for the really early pits, and I don't know why. They've both gone to soft tyres though. No, they've gone to soft and super soft. Interesting. So we're sitting in 12th and 13th. Cruz is going to come in on this lap for fresh tyres. We're going to throw in as much fuel as we can. And we're going to throw in a fast pit stop if we can get that going as well. So, let's really push him now. And then as we're coming up to this final lap here, we can go on attack and overtake. And then pit in him. So a little bit of an overcut, but we're avoiding the traffic with Rodriguez. That should put us in a really nice position. I think we'll just go in as that. So, oh, bad fueling there. Cruz, though, comes out in 12th place, which is not a bad deal at all. I'm fairly happy with that, to be honest with you. I am fairly happy with that. So Cruz now go on neutral mediums, or neutral medium, and into the pit stop. Here comes Rodriguez, and we'll see what happens here. 9th place, which will put him where we need to do. Look at that, 9th and 10th, 9th and 11th now. Neutral high, I think. So it looks like the tyres are actually warming up a lot in this, which isn't what we were told at all. But right now I think we're in good position. I think that we're actually set up quite decently. Cruz is churning along there quite nicely. You're not pushing your tyres, you're on neutral. I mean, do I go on conserve for tyres maybe? Maybe that will put us where we need to go. Beauchamp again with another pit stop. It looks like Jar made a pit stop as well. They're both a little bit more sort of laid back about things than I thought they might be. So it looks like the tyre wear is again just going to kill us. So that doesn't really matter. Gonna go down to mediums though, and see if we can't stretch things out a little bit. Cruz, you're getting held up just a touch by the 8th place man, but he comes around him here. That's what we like to see. And we're gonna make another jump up here into 3rd and 4th with 5 laps remaining. So Cruz has missed that sort of pile up in the pits. 4.75 will be good enough. The parts look really nice. Let's try and get out ahead of people. So, overtake mode for Cruz. And get ready to do the same here with Rodriguez. Vannon and John Satir aren't doing too badly whatsoever. So let's go into overtake mode there. We're going to pit in with Rodriguez. Now he's crossed the start-finish line. We can start looking at that. And we can go to 3.39, and I really do need to watch. I really do need to watch the fuel with Rodriguez from this point on. So, neutral high. Cruz is down into 8th place, but he's on fresh tyres, and he is going to the end of the race. Rodriguez in 1st place at the moment. Not a huge gap over Vannanen, but decent back elsewhere. So, let's see what he can do in the pits. 5th, 6th, 7th. So it's 7th and 8th there then. So I think at this stage now, with the last couple of laps left, Rodriguez up into 7th place, Cruz into 8th. It's time to really push here, because we've got car condition 40% and 39% for like 2 laps maybe. We're on fresh tyres. Yes, they're overheating. Yes, they're wearing down, but they are on fresh tyres. We have excess fuel. And I'm really hoping this could mean that with everybody else saving and us pushing, we could be in a lot better position than most of the people around us. So it looks like we're up into 6th and 7th now. We're closing in on 5th place here with Rodriguez. The rest of them not too far ahead either. Nobody else pushing too much, it seems. And let's see, where are we? We are closing them down pretty well here. But can we get up? We're not going to win this race. Vannanen's going to win. I think the top 3 are probably going to be finishing where they are right now. Except, look at Rodriguez go. Up into 4th place, just pushed out there. 5th place finish, cruising 6th. That's what we're talking about. Bit more prize money and a bit more in terms of everything else. So again, the fuel did go down just at the end. Maybe pushed a tiny bit too much. But the car condition is no longer an issue. Absolutely no worries there. And we just pushed through to a really nice position, to be fair, guys. I thought for a second we'd get 4th place. And, yeah, we just ran out of fuel there on the line. Like, that sucks. That does suck. Cavalcanti just nips in and takes us out. But, okay, I'm happy. I said 4th and 8th every race, I'll be happy. 5th and 6th, I'll be delighted. I'll be absolutely delighted with that. Scrutineering, check what you want. We are not breaking any rules. We are honest. So that's 31 points. That means Eastwood are above us. Okay, that's fine. Silver Racing are below us. Archer Racing are below us. Vexala are below us. I think we just finished 2nd in terms of the teams. Now, Cruz only gained 1 position, 6th up into 7th. 7th up into 6th. You can see Rodriguez there, 12th up into 5th. That was pretty good. And I'm happy with that. I am really happy with that. Rodriguez moves up again, up into 7th place, and he's within touching distance of Beauchamp up in 4th. Absolutely delighted to see that. Cruz there, up into 12th place. We keep in 5th place there. We are moving in the right direction though. And you can see 11 points away from 3rd. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, really happy there. Really happy. Delighted, yes. Pleased, heck yes. Let's get it going on. Absolutely delighted with the progress we are making. What do you say, guys? What do you think? Have your say in the comment section below and on Twitter at ChrisHomey. But yeah, that practice session was a little bit crazy. I'm not sure where we actually raced at, if it was greats and above. But second here on the race day is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Marketability jumps up a little more. You can see we're really happy. We're really doing good. And there we go. Removes the red zone from car condition. Rodriguez is now ready to absolutely blast his car. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. So, yeah, a little bit more money in the bank. Again, we're back over the 2 million mark. That's what we want to see. And I'm very happy with our finishing positions in the race. I'm happy with our drivers, where they are in the championship compared to, you know, when you take into account the car we've got, that is a big thing. And teams up in 5th. To be honest with you, I picked 8th because it gave us the most money. I was looking at a 6th to 7th place finish. Right now, 3rd doesn't seem to be too far away. So, it's a surprising season, especially when you consider how many races I have messed up. Me, personally. My race strategy, the pit stop strategy, double stacking, running out of fuel in the middle and at the end of the race, and like, I need to get better at a lot of that sort of stuff. Practice I've nailed. Qualifying I've never done. That's going to be an interesting challenge. That looks like a fun mechanic to work with. But yeah, overall, I'm fairly happy with how things are going. And why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? We got the new brakes coming in. We've got great parts on the car right now in terms of engines. It's making us competitive. We're not really too much sort of have too much worries in terms of where we are on the grid. I think that we're in decent position. So those new brakes, let's have a look at them. Oops, they're up the top. So that's pretty good. You can see we're already sort of improving the right area, I think, there. In terms of jump in performance, we wouldn't get as big a jump elsewhere. So we might as well just increase the reliability of that part and put us back in good position. Now, at the same time, I'm thinking we do that again. We get the good brakes for next season. So, let's throw that money out there. We're down to 1.4, but we're well over the 1 million where we need to be. Now, if we do start getting thirds or above, we could lose a little bit of money per race. But overall, I think we're in good position. So, I'm not too worried about that. I'm really not too worried about that. But if we can get the good brakes on here, I'm really feeling good about the way things are. So, to be honest with you, I want to throw those brakes on and get those reliability way up there. Now, if we can get that done up to the 90s, we'll have a few more days before we can get, we'll have the second set of brakes in. We can actually just start working on those if we want to. I'm a bit worried about these low 80s. I want to get over 85 for our starting parts, so I'm not too sure. But overall, I think we're in a good position. We're developing the right parts. We're making money. We're getting good finishes. We're up where we need to be. And, overall, I'm very happy with how things are going. So, I'm not really inclined to change too much. Really not inclined to change too much at all. So let's just continue on then. The new brakes are coming through round about now. So there we go. There's our new brakes. Check out our car. And we can see now, that is such a nice part. Do we risk racing it? I don't think we need to. I really don't think we need to. If we can keep Cruz around the 10th place and get Rafael Rodriguez those new brakes, get him racing up near those, maybe, let's say 4th place. 4th and 8th or 4th and 10th, I'll be perfectly happy this season. I don't need to risk losing these parts. So yeah, I'm more than happy the way things are going there. So we're going to keep an eye on those brakes and just see how they develop. So now it looks like 76 and 53%, that's okay. Sadat looking for a way out. We're not really interested in bringing in a driver for next season though. I think we're pretty good where we are. We don't need to make too much of a change. So, overall, not too worried about scouting out anybody else as it stands. Next race in 10 days. Let's have a look then at these parts. Where are we up to? 76 and 53. So let's see where our parts are after that. 83. 83.67. Okay, so I think I want to get these maxed out because you carry your best parts through. So I think I want to do that, and I want to get the reliability of these brakes up. Or do I? I mean, brakes are crucial for the next race, so pretty much yes, actually, I do. As well as that, design new parts. I mean, how much is this actually going to cost us? I'll put us down to 600,000. I mean, let's go for it. Let's go for it. We might as well go for it at this point. You can see the brakes are really starting to pull us up now to the average, which is pretty good. You know, that's pretty good. The engines are decent, but they're nowhere near the average. And you can see we're down on the other setup as well. But new suspension to come in, I think that'll put us in a very good position. We've still got money in the bank. So we'll see how things are at the start here then of the trip out to Munich. So we got 3 days before those suspension. You can see we're well up now on those brakes. Very, very happy with that. We're almost full on these two, which again I'm very happy to be doing right now. You know, I'm very happy to have done those, more to the point, and I guess I just work on improving the gearbox because, you know, we're not really up there with that right now. So let's just get that done then. Do we safeguard ourselves for second? I don't think we can get second or above just yet. I think that's going to be the key, is when I believe that we will be there, things will be okay. So, yeah, now he knows that his car is terrible. Now he knows that the car is absolutely terrible. Not much we can do about that, though, at this stage. I mean, we can give him a better gearbox, and we can give him the better suspension, and that's it. So I guess we're just going to upset Cruz for now. We're just going to upset Cruz. Equal status drivers, but Rodriguez gets the better car. I mean, that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, he does get a slightly better gearbox. He goes from 1 to 2 with a little bit more, I believe, in terms of reliability. Yeah, so an extra 1% reliability double the performance he used to have. I would think he'd be absolutely delighted with that. But apparently not. Apparently not. I mean, really, do we just want to increase the performance here, maybe? Yeah, because if you increase the performance of that brake, we don't need to run with a risky part. We get Cruz a decent part there. He'll be happy again. I think that's the way forward. I do think that's the way forward. So, 9th or above. We're going to see what happens here at Munich in the next episode. I do hope you're enjoying, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think, as always, in the comment section below. I do like to read your thoughts and kind of see how it matches up to mine. But I think things are going quite well. We need to be a bit careful from this point on that we're not pushing the money too much. I think I already have pushed it a little too much, but we should be okay. So we're going to find out between now and the end of the season where we end up. But yeah, thanks for being a part of this journey, guys. It's a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying it too. Until next time, though, y'all take care, and we'll see you back here to see if we can get our first podium of the season and see if it's time, if we think we're competitive enough, do we go for Northern Harbour and really just try and nail that second spot? I don't think we're quite there yet, but we're getting close. Some of these races have been pretty good for us, so I don't know. You guys let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you back here for this race.